Hello everybody, it is me, Darcy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of the Unnamed Podcast. The podcast where we sit here for a time in this room and talk about anything that comes to my mind or rubbish. As always, I'm Darcy. That's Kris.
Yes.
And welcome back to the show. Kris, let's get things started as we often do, and let's talk about channel news.
Channel news.
Channel news. Guess what's been happening with the channel this week?
Well, on Monday, Mario Kart.
It was a Mario Kart.
It was a Mario Kart.
I need to make some
the answer to the question is I didn't pay no one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking.
Not a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So Mario Kart came out. That was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
Because Kris did, in fact, he must have paid someone
Nope.
because that doesn't happen in the real world.
No, it does.
Yep. So
good at
on
that
Monday
game.
we went back to what has worked for us in the past, and we played some Mario Kart. We did some races. Kris won one. I won one. Then we did some ballooning. I won that.
I did so bad.
You did. You were terrible.
That was terrible.
Was that one where you're like, I'm doing so good, and then the rest?
One of them.
But yeah, no. As always, we just kind of got into it. We played had some fun. Got irrationally angry at Toad.
It's become a staple.
Sorry, rationally angry at Toad.
Again, become a staple at this point. We have to.
You're such a bitch.
Horrible little thing.
What else kind of happened in that one? Not a great deal happened. It's a classic. It's a classic Mario Kart. You know, like good fun. But,
talk shit to each other.
But you know,
Talk ourselves up and then can't back it up. That's something that happens.
Yeah, well, there's a very funny There's a very funny part in it where, like, shit, I can't remember. It's literally just like, because we're not really talking about the race. We're just like talking shit in general.
Fair.
And so like, there's a point where we're just kind of sitting there saying some stupid shit, and I just kind of just go, yeah, that's how I live my life.
Okay, fair enough.
And stuff like that. So it's a Mario Kart is like a background to just a talk about how life is, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, kind of eccentric, but you know, at the end of the day,
probably now a thing that we're somewhat used to 200cc now. That we can be at that point.
And then, you know, interspersed with a little bit of like just yelling
towards Toad.
Also, like just yelling about like shells and, you know, things that don't matter. And then there's a whole conversation we have about giving the person in first place a blue shell.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Forgot about that.
Definitely check that one out if you're a fan of
us rambling.
Mario Kart. Yeah, as I said, I'll probably look at making a few shorts out of that in the coming days.
Yeah.
Just because there's a few parts where I'm like, yeah, that'll make a decent short. Yeah, that'll be okay.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but that was a pretty quick turnaround video. I think we only filmed that one last week, and I was just like, yep, that's a nice, easy edit. So I pumped that out because I was just like, that way I've got that extra side of things to go. A free Mario Kart that is not that old.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. It's not that old. It's quite recent. What else came out this week, Kris?
Today was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Super Bunny Man.
Yeah. Yep. That one is old though. That's a very old video. And I edited it yesterday or today. I can't. No, it was not today.
It would have been yesterday or Monday.
It would have been yesterday and Monday.
Fair.
Because it's a bunny man. Bunny mans are bitches. Long story short on that one. As with a lot of Bunny Man, everything starts off relatively well. I think we finished the first mission in like the first 10 minutes.
Solid. We did well.
Yep. And then
that's where it starts going downhill.
Then we spend the next hour failing.
Is it? Do we only get through one mission again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's very entertaining failing.
Yeah.
But
we
you
do
know,
well
it's failing. It's failing. And you know, then there's just the general kind of stuff that Bunny Man leads to talking about, which is like, I don't know, just either anger at everyone.
Yeah.
wishing eternal
So-
doom and suffering upon everyone. That's pretty classic Bunnyman. So
Yeah, it is.
yeah, and lots of you kind of thinking, like, because you go, oh, I think, like, there's one point where I've come up with this brilliant idea, I'm using it all the time, and you do it like 4 times, you go, I think we're even now, and then like that point I've done it like 20 times, I'm like, how would we even be close to it? And you're like, I'm pretty sure we've done it the same
Pretty
now.
sure we're pretty even.
I'm pretty sure we're even. I was like, what? No, come on. But, you know, like, it's funny to watch back those kind of ones when you're editing, because you're like, I'm sure something, you go, I remember this one point happening.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, yeah, I'm fairly sure it was really close to this. And then there's like 20 attempts between that and that, the part you thought it was near, and the actual thing you're sitting and you go, you're like, there can't have been that many. And you're like, no, it was. It was.
You've got to remember, we're not good at the game.
Oh, it's rough.
Oh, damn.
But yep, so
Yeah.
that's a pretty old one. Like that's a long way back in the past. That's
Look,
finally
I
been dealt with.
forgot most things about that.
Yeah.
It was long enough ago that I don't remember much of it.
Yep.
But then again, it's Bunnyman,
It's
so we kind of blocked that out.
actively repressing it.
Which is probably why we can't get good at it.
Yeah. No, you know what though? Like it's just one of those things, right? You know, where it's like it's a good game for what it is, but at the same time,
Right.
it's infuriating. Like it's so infuriating.
Yeah.
Just like I was watching one part where I was like during the edit, and there's like we're on this thing and we're trying to jump, and every time we try and jump, it shoots us the wrong direction. Just like the physics is all wrong, because it's like for some reason it's like it thinks we should be pointing the other direction, but we're not. We're pointing the right direction we want to go, but then it sends us in the other direction. It's just like, Jesus Christ, this game is painful enough without.
Is
this
this one of
kind
the
bullshit.
buttons? I don't remember.
No, it's literally just like we're on top of something that's moving, and we're trying to jump forwards, and it's sending us backwards, and it's just like,
Oh.
what
Okay.
the hell? And like everything in the video, it's like we should be going forwards, all the things we can see, but it keeps sending us backwards. And as I said, like the reason why Bunnyman is such a kick in the teeth is just because it's like there's this level of randomness to it, where it's like, you know how people say like, oh, you know, like you can get good at these games because you just learn the timing, and it's like if you jump here, then you'll land here, or you can move to this edge and jump. And it's like they talk about the timing in like these platformer games that is on point. You're running hard, you're doing your job. You're just like, boop, 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 boop. Well,
This one
Bunnyman
just
doesn't have that. Like every time,
You do the same thing.
even when you're
every
standing there straight up and you press the jump button, it could be 10 different things that happen. Like it could send you straight up, it could send you forwards, it could send you backwards, it could launch you halfway across the map. But it's always a different thing. There is no kind of sense of it's going to do this. Like, and that's what kills me a lot of the time.
Well, I think it's. I honestly, I don't think it's a situation of us doing the same thing, because it's very much a thing of like as you're standing up, you're sort of leaning backwards and forwards constantly. So technically, you're doing something slightly different.
No,
Only
but
because
like-
a slightly different
like-
angle. But
Everything though in that game is like quite literally like
the buttons, I hate them.
one of the big things. Like if you've watched a lot of our Bunnymans, you'll see that I have incredible difficulty with these really small gaps that just have spikes in them. And like people go like, oh, how can you have difficulty there? And it's like because sometimes I'll be right on the edge of it and jump and not make the distance, and sometimes I'll be right there, I'll be halfway away from it, like whole platform way, jump and clear the thing. And it's like there's just no sense in the game. It's all
Not exactly. No,
it's all insanity, and it's all just like it might work for you this time, or you might get lucky here, or this might happen, or that might happen.
Yeah,
And like
it's ridiculous. It really is.
and you know, like sometimes you're just like, what the hell? Although of course, there are many points in this episode where Kris does something incredibly stupid, which fucks us up, which is on point for him.
Am I doing it purposely?
Oh yeah, there's one point where you
Okay,
do it.
fair.
Like I was editing it. I was like, why the fuck would you do that there. There's no reason to do that, and what you do is you literally cause so much trouble. Like,
sounds right.
it's just like, holy crap, we're in the most dangerous part of the map, and when everything's going fine, and then you just do something that then makes everything go to shit straight away. And it's just like, why? Why would you do that? What compelled you to do that right then? Right there? I don't know. But you did it, and then we got upset, and then bad things happened.
It's a little bit funny, though. It is for me, at least.
The other element that I was just kind of like, was the fact that in this episode specifically, spikes were either the world's most dangerous thing,
or they were nothing.
Or they were absolutely nothing. Like, one point you tap your head against a spike, insta-dead. At one point, I'm getting pushed by a river into spikes, and I'm just like, I just live here right now.
Yeah. Actually, now I do remember that point. Now that you say it.
I'm sitting there going, I don't think I'm getting out of this, but right now, this is fine. But yes, so,
I feel like it's something I would have been like, no, you're fine, you can get out of this. You can be done.
No, you just went and finished the level and went, okay, I'm done. And I was like, cool. You can thank me for moving the obstacles out of the way now.
Thank you.
But also at the same time, plan.
There isn't one.
But yeah, so that's kind of the whole thing of what happened with that Bunny Man. So officially, we have no more Bunny Man. He's sitting in the tank. As far as we're concerned, at this point in time of recording,
yes.
Probably when you're viewing this as well, depending on when you're viewing this. If you're viewing it the day it comes out, obviously, then what I'm saying now is true. If you're viewing this in 20 years' time and the Bunny Man series is finished, then it's no longer true.
Yes.
Anyway,
unless they watch the whole Bunny Man before watching this, then they're confused about what we're describing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, but so at this point, the Bunny Man that you have seen is as far as we have actually gone into Bunny Man. There is no more. There's not this magical point where, like the last, I think it was 3 episodes ago, where we just went bam bam and got like 3 or 4 things done.
Yeah. But I think that's because we needed to get stuff. So we were able to do it quicker.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems as though once we finish one of them,
you know what?
It's not anywhere near as difficult to get past it again.
No, you're actually incorrect there. Because what we actually do is we go finish one and then go, oh, we need to get this. So then we go back to old ones. That gave us a lot of trouble at the time. But because we've just finished something that's like an actual kick in the balls, it's like, this is like, oh, they're only grabbing and slightly twisting. This is fine.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, no. So that's been happening.
Yeah.
In other things, what other things? I've got to edit a GTA and the latest Minecraft.
Yes.
Last week,
I don't think we did much last
day
week.
the podcast came out, I also released my view of the Minecraft video.
I did see that.
Which has somehow managed to get more views than the combined view of the Minecraft video. But hey, that's
fair enough.
That's a thing. So when this podcast comes out, obviously the same day, I'm going to release Kris's part, which means I probably want a Minecraft for next week. So I might edit Minecraft this weekend or Friday or just one of these coming days, depending on if I feel like it. If not, then it'll be coming out the week after. And I might do a GTA.
Fair.
Other things, so I've got a Red Dead Redemption. I recently cleaned up all of like the stuff that we filmed and went, this has all been edited, I can get rid of that. This is this, I can get, put everything where it needs to be. Yeah. So I've got a Red Dead in the tank. Again, as I said last week, Red Dead's going to be an interesting one moving forward.
Yeah. Because
it's like I can stick to the missions and do a little bit of exploring and all this kind of stuff, but it's like, it's such a big game. So it's like
I
doing.
thought you had a plan for it.
I do have a plan for it. The plan is to do the story because I haven't actually ever finished the story.
Fair enough.
But there's a lot of stuff I want to pick up along the way, and a lot of stuff that you can miss, and then there's just other elements. So it's like, oh, I want to go and buy some new duds for Arthur so he looks like a fancy gentleman, because that's how I roll. It's like, oh, I've got to go to the store, and then I got to go to the store, then it's like I got to go to the mission, and like, going to the store and then going to the mission could take like 20 minutes. It's almost like real life sometimes.
It's a little quicker at times. It's a little quicker at times.
Depends where you got to go.
I mean, true.
But yeah. So Red Dead is, as I said, it's going to be interesting, but I'm feeling good about it. Like it's a kind of easy one because I just kind of go, here's the story, here's this, is that. But like in an hour, it's like sometimes like I think I got like in the last recording I did 2 missions done, as well as a bit of fucking around and going into town and getting a weapon and then getting attacked by a fucking mountain lion. But yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, I think this is, I think this is okay. But then you end up like, yeah. Whew. Long story short about Red Dead Redemption. And I want to do like as many missions as possible. So like main missions, side missions, circular missions, I don't care. But like in hour chunks, it's gonna be massively long.
True.
What else? There's a GTA I've got to edit, but that requires like looking at and seeing how, like, it could be possibly be one of the shorter videos we've ever done. Like this could range about like 20 minutes ish, depending on what we've got. I think I've got like 2 hours of recording there, but it just.
Suppose we didn't start it as early as we normally did.
I've got like 2 hours of recording there.
Oh, did we just not do much?
But it's just a lot of fucking around because we were just kind of fucking around. So
true.
There's not a whole lot there that's like, oh yeah, this is 100% stuff to use, and this is 100% stuff to use. So I have to look at it and be like, okay, is there anything like what's really good in here? What's doing this? What's kind of fun? What's kind of not?
Yeah. Fair. I know there was points where I was just sitting there.
Yeah.
But you don't have my view anyway, so it's not as much of an issue.
Other things. Just thinking. Other things that I've got to go is the next Spyro episode, so I got to film that.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about going and filming another episode in Subnautica, so that's something I can do and put together just a quick, like a pretty easy video in that.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've done that one.
Yep. And yeah, then there's just a bunch of other stuff that me and Kris have got to do together, like to get filming back up.
Yeah.
It's not that we're like in a like no film kind of situation right now. It's just kind of we're in a point where it's like, okay, we've got to get the next lot of filming done. It's like, okay, what do we actually want out of that? So
True.
That's kind of where we're sitting with that kind of stuff right now. It's all happening. It's just kind of going like, where do we want to put the effort in? It's like, do we want to do a classic, or do we want to do something that we haven't done before, or do we want to jump back into something we've already done? Kris keeps asking me about doing The Room 4, but I refuse to do that when I'm sober.
It's funny because I was about to mention that.
And I don't really get drunk on a Wednesday night. So, like, that's something we'd have to do on the weekend, but then the last couple of weekends have been pretty full.
True.
So.
Whew. Yeah. Next time we'll have to do that. Maybe another Mario Kart with drinking. That's always fun.
Possibly.
Well, we tend to do better because we don't want to. Well, we don't want 12 drinks.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm tired.
Fair.
And then what else has been going down? We're up to 88 subscribers last time I checked, which was earlier this evening. So,
I checked like half an hour ago.
88. So, we had that little bit of a drop back last week, and then
we're back up.
Kind of sprung back quite nicely.
Which is what we wanted.
Yeah. You know, just kept chugging along, having fun, doing good things.
Were there as many jumps in the video as I thought last week?
I think it was like 3.
Yeah, okay.
None of them were that long.
Fair.
Yeah. So that kind of, I guess that kind of wraps up channel news, because honestly, there's not a whole lot more to add to like kind of what we're doing. We're just doing what we're doing,
pretty much.
And then live a life in between that.
Yes.
It's just a kick in the teeth. Fuck, I've been tired recently. Like, real tired.
Tell.
Oh, man.
Well, it is winter now. It is a nicer time to sleep.
It's just...
And the other thing on channel news, that's not warm lemon. He's done a disjustice here.
It's not disjustice. I haven't claimed it was warm lemon. I'm just drinking lemon.
Okay, fair enough. Just disappointed.
But yeah, no, they what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, yeah. I've just been really, really, really like gassed in the last couple of days. Well, I say last couple of days, like since like the weekend. And yeah, just getting up, doing stuff, and then unfortunately I haven't had massive days at work, and that's hopefully going to get a little bit shorter in the coming week.
That'd be nice. It's coming towards the end of the term.
Yeah, school term's got like 2 weeks left. So
okay, it's pretty good then.
And then I can just focus on this more with my time and not have to travel. It's the travel I think that kills me. I think because it's like you go and do like 3 hours of work, but you've got to travel an hour to get there, so it's like 4 hours by the end of it.
And then it's the stuff in between.
And then you're moving back and forth, and you're trying to do shit, and then you're just like, bark. Yeah. But like,
bit annoying.
No, it's just a pain in my butt. But then being like, okay, jumping back and being like, oh fuck, like. When was it? Monday I got home, was like, oh man, I've got to have some food, had some dinner. Then I was like, okay, right, sit down, have a little bit of me time. And I was like, oh, I got to go to the gym now. I was like, because like when I'm finishing like an hour before I go to the gym, it's like by the time I've had food, by the time I've done everything, it's just like, okay, now I've got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just like, that's the life we lead when you're trying to stay fit, healthy. True. You got shit, like so much shit going on. But yeah, it just wears you down quickly. And then you go home and I don't sleep all that well, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's a little bit all over the place, and then it's just like the next morning you're up.
Oh, I'm used to that one.
And you're up and you're going, and you're fucking and then you know.
That's me going to work every day.
Yeah. It's not so bad like after, and like it's just the podcast days that comes across the most. Because this is technically the day where I'm awake the longest period of time throughout the week. Yeah. Because I have to be up at 9, and then it's like I have to be out of bed and going by 9. It's like, okay. And then it's like, and it's like, what I should really be doing is having a nap sometime in that day, but
It'd be smarter.
But I'm not someone who could do that. Not really.
No. Not unless you're absolutely...
Occasionally I will go like, if everything just like stops on me, like technologically wise, I'll just go and lie down somewhere and be like, and it's like 10 minutes later I'm back and doing stuff. But it's like just a little bit of time to shut it all down, calm the fuck down, they say.
So I need to like black out your room. No.
I have a thing where it's like once I'm up, I'm up. I'm not going back to bed. I'm not. It's like no. I'm not doing that. That's weird.
Is it though?
It is for me. Like you got to remember, unlike a lot of people, I literally used to like only have a bedroom. And when I say only have a bedroom, I had like a room smaller than the room. Well, maybe about the same size as the room we're in, and that was all that I had. I had my bed, I had all my stuff. And it's like,
No,
so
I
I
had
would,
that too.
I would spend probably about 18 to 20 hours a day in that room.
True.
Because it like, not like locked in there, but like in that room. And so it was like super easy to just be sitting there and be like, I'm gonna lie in my bed, and I lie in my bed, and people are like, oh, that's the dream. It's like, no, it's not. The dream is actually being able to get up and move places, and for me, it's like a big part of like getting the energy to actually go on with the day, and not just be someone who's like, oh yeah, I kind of wasted a whole day. It's like, I'm out of bed, I'm not going back to bed. I'm up, I'm doing stuff, I'm active. Here I am. And so yeah, so it's like I leave my room, I'll go back in there if I need to do something, but I don't go back and like lie in my bed and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna chillax here for a bit. It's like, nah, I've got the couch over there, I've got a nice little living area over there, I've got down here. It's like, yeah, because like even a few times people are like, oh, why don't you just move all your stuff up to your bedroom, because then you could have it there all the time. It's like, no.
No, it's not a good idea.
It's way more productive to have those places split, where it's like bedroom is sleeping and watching movies when I'm just too lazy to get out of bed. But it's like the second I get out of bed, it's like, okay, now I'm down here. Yeah, I play video games down here and I do my work down here, but it's like I'm down here, I've done something, you know? Because it's so easy, especially when it's like back when I was in college, it's so easy to just lie there in bed and play video games and just like lie there playing Xbox with the TV like there. And you're just like, and it's like, what have you done today? I lay in bed and play Xbox all day. And it's like, cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, what were you gonna do? I was like, oh, I was gonna do this. And it's like, oh, but I just never got out of bed. And it's like, and that's kind of the mentality that I'm trying to avoid. And it's like, that's why I'm a big proponent of keep your stuff separate. Like, so many people are like, oh, I just kind of work from my bedroom. It's like, don't work from your bedroom.
See, my thing is I used to, because I had a similar situation. Like, there was a point where I had a room smaller than this, one room, which was enough space for a queen-size bed and a little walkway beside it. That is it. So anytime I was watching TV, doing anything else, I was in bed. Then I just never got myself a couch, but had everything in my room. And then even when I got a couch, it was right beside my bed anyway, so didn't matter where I was sitting. So yeah, no, as soon as I moved to Jordan's, I did exactly that. Because I had to separate them so that it's like, no.
It's
stop, because
it's important to have separate spaces for separate things. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think enough people kind of like mentalize that, and it's like, I know a lot of streamers, a lot of YouTubers, especially when they're smaller, and it's like, I can't afford, because it's like, fucking, if I was just renting, I probably wouldn't be able to afford as much stuff.
No.
But like, the thing is, like, if the first thing you do is like, and it gets harder with more people.
No,
like,
true.
If you're living in an apartment with like a few of your mates, and you go, okay, this is going to be my little nook here, and then you got people coming and going while you're trying to do stuff. It's a pain in the butt, but like, you need to do that kind of stuff. And it's for me personally, it's like, now that I've changed stuff out there and I've like made it a little bit more like homey, it's actually I really like this area down here now. I need to clean up over there because that's just a mess right now, but
true.
You know, it's a mess for a reason, because that's kind of my workspace.
Yeah.
Sure, I could get rid of some of the shit that's over there, and I probably should. But it's like, that's my workspace. This workspace is always a mess, because I kind of am a messy worker. I'm not. Yeah. And I think a lot of that comes down to university, because like I did university design, so it's like I used to have things like models I was building, and it's like when you're building a model, you want everything laid down in front of you. And so like, even when I'm working here, it's like I'll pull up bits of paper, and like, I got pieces of paper everywhere and little doodads and stuff that I play around with. Measuring
a bunch of numbers on it.
Yeah. But you know, like I'm not someone who just goes, I'm working on this thing and that's what I'm working on. I'm like, I'm working on this, but I also need this, I also need that, I also... What? It says that's maths.
Yeah, I was just reading what that says.
It says ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0.
There's nothing weird about that.
If that's alpha and beta.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, anyway.
Fair enough.
You know, it's classic mathematical stuff. But yeah, no, I'm not someone who works neat. I'm also not someone who's like the best at just getting on task, which is why it's like another important thing is why I have separate areas for separate things. Because it's like trying to fucking stay focused in an area where I'm like, this is my relaxing area is kind of impossible. Like, it's so fucking hard.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware of that.
And give me
I need to get out of that.
That's fucking just, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, so it's like, I'm a big proponent of, you gotta have your working space and your relaxing space separate. Now, I know it's not always something you can do, but when you can, it's the big thing you gotta do. Like, technically speaking, this is my relaxing space. It's also my working space. But fortunately for me, I'm okay at being like, okay, no, I gotta do this work. Usually because I have to get the work done, because I put it off for so long. It's like, this must be done by this point in time. And it's like, okay, well, get it done. But otherwise, it's like...
Whereas I'm bad at that.
Otherwise, I just kind of work slowly. Like, I like, people go like, oh, procrastinate. It's like, I do procrastinate, but I work... But it's more like, I'm not so much procrastination as I'm doing other things. It's like, I work slowly, because...
Whereas I just full on procrastinate.
I'll do things like, okay, I'm working, oh, food time. So I'll go get myself some food.
That's fair.
Then I come back and it's like, okay, I'm not going to work while I eat, so I stop all my work, put something to watch on, eat my food, finish what I'm eating, be like, how much has this video got left? If it's got a heap left, I'll pause it, take my food, or like clean up, then come back and get back into work. If it's only got like 5 to 10 minutes left, I'll be like, okay, I'll finish watching that, and then I'll just kind of, go on. But like it's slow, methodical work, and it's kind of like for a lot of this stuff, it's just kind of like I'm just trying to get it, getting it done. And a lot of the times, it's like I'll actually split the work and be like, this is where I have to get to by the end of today, and it's like, and then I get there, and I'm like, sweet, I've done that, put it away, and then I might not reopen that file for another 2 days. Because I don't really need that stuff. It's just I've finished the edit, and it's like all I need to do now is the finishing touches. Attach this, make sure it's all good. All that kind of crap. And it's like, put it all together. We're done.
Yeah, fair.
And so, like, that's kind of my workflow. It's not the best workflow, like, but again, at the same time, classic stuff to complain about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What were we saying?
Oh, I was just talking about the work thing split. But yeah. Point is, if you can, you should always try and remove what you're doing from your areas of, like, relaxing, kind of for what we do. It's never going to be an option because we play video games. That's also our downtime.
Yeah.
But, like, what you can do... Anyway, yeah, so
if you can separate them.
If you can, do it. But the one thing you should always make sure you do is, like just not have your work area be your sleep area. Because then it's super hard to make that split. And you're always sitting there kind of working, being like, I could just hop in bed right now. Especially if you're like someone like me who does a lot of your stuff and it's like getting towards like late at night. And it's like, you're like, okay, yeah, I got to finish this off. But it's late at night and your bed's right there and you go, oh, I might just hop in bed. And then, worst thing about university was just that.
Yeah, that's that's why it's like, as much as
people go like, oh, I can't.
It's one area, but as you've seen, they haven't got blocked off by something. So
and
I can see it through what it's blocked with, but it does separate it.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thing. Like, even if you can't fully separate it, if there's like little things you can do to like change it up just a little bit, so it's like I'm in work mode, and it does wonders for you.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, no, but like, I'm a big guy of like, if you can do it. Like make these little changes, because otherwise you just fall into these really bad patterns, like really bad patterns, and you never get anything done.
I can vouch for that. It's quite annoying.
You do never get anything done.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Not enough talk about worth ethic. Yeah, worth ethic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, enough on that.
Yeah.
Done. You know what I've been up to recently, Kris?
Editing.
Yes.
Playing games.
No, I haven't actually played that many games. I just been rearranging furniture. I built a table yesterday. That was good fun.
Oh yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little table.
It is a nice little table.
Good for card games.
It will be good for card games and quite a few of my board games. Not all of them.
No, some of them need a bit more space.
Unfortunately, I have yet to find a table that can fully hold Eclipse.
Yeah, the one upstairs does.
No. That was pretty chockers with only 5 of us
I'm
playing.
aware it was chockers, but it could do it.
No. That was only 5 of us playing.
Oh, that's right.
Add a whole other person with their spread out on that. It wouldn't have fit.
Yeah.
Okay,
fair enough.
The only time I've ever actually managed to get like a full 6-player game of Eclipse to work, we had 2 tables joined together as one.
Yeah, that seems right. God damn. It is a big game.
It's a big game. Yeah, so that, my poor little table probably can't handle that, but most games that we play on like a kind of biannual kind of like common term we can do, and now that I've got like the big TV down, I'm just ready to go, and it's a good little area for just chillaxing. It's got it doesn't, the TV's not connected to any channels, but it's got the internet connection, so I can just kind of like stream stuff from my phone to it, so I can watch movies and everything.
Yeah.
Everything you want, and then it's like 10.5 seconds. I can have the switch plugged up over there. Everything's fine.
Oh, exactly. And that's what we need.
The only one I question is whether or not I can get if my HDMI cable is long enough to run to that TV to do things like Jackbox. But I don't know. That's also for the future to figure out.
You can get one.
To be fair, I have HDMI cable connectors.
And you can get a HDMI cable that is just that long anyway.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to find.
No. But, it's a good little area, so now I've kind of got this, like, good little area down here, and that's nice.
It is.
But, yeah.
Now we can have people over. By we, I mean him.
I could always have people over.
It's not my place.
But, yeah.
Well,
it's good.
We can sit inside to play games.
I like it. It's especially considering it's getting a little bit chilly now. It's nice to be able to come inside. And when it's not, plus I don't like the outside table is not good for playing card games on.
No, it's not. It's okay for monikers like we did the other day.
No, it wasn't great. Like picking up some of those cards was a pain in the butt.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, no, what I've actually been doing over the past couple of days, I actually kind of finished it up by the weekend.
Yeah.
But, I finished designing your table.
The table we discussed.
Yep, it's all finished. It's all designed with precision measurements. Oh. Like, I could knock this thing up as long as I got the materials.
Yeah. I
wouldn't have a clue about material costs, but
no, I wouldn't either. Wouldn't be hard for me to figure it out though.
You work at Bunnings.
I do work there.
But yeah, so like the hard part is done.
Well, actually, no, it's difficult for me. I've got to get down to the builders section without getting caught.
The other part is now just fucking gluing some kind of material to the base so that we have a nice soft material.
Yep, that's not difficult either.
But doing it well.
Doing it well, it's not difficult.
I want it done well.
Yeah.
I don't want a haphazard glue job.
Get some contact adhesive, the material, done.
I want that to be baby bottom smooth, so you can just lie, put your head down on it and be like, this is nice.
Well, again, we could do it.
This is nice. I like this. This is a nice, soft
I'm
cushion.
going to say we're not experts, but...
No.
As long as you don't get super thin material that the glue goes through.
Actually,
That's going to be an issue.
I was thinking about the material, and I was like, what material would be good? And I was like,
Trip to Spotlight?
Velvet.
Okay.
I was like, or suede. Suede would be nice.
It would be nice.
But we'd have to destroy someone's couch for that.
No.
Not your couch. Your couch is the wrong colour.
I'm aware.
We need purple suede.
Why purple?
Because it's swaggy. We could also do orange, but I feel like purple is a more accepted colour. Like, if I was doing it for myself...
Yeah, orange is a bit in your face.
If I was doing it for myself, I would totally make it orange.
Yeah,
Because orange
of
is
course
a
you would.
fucking sweet colour. Point in case. But
Okay, yeah.
purple is the next acceptable colour.
Okay, are we talking like a deep purple?
A swaggy purple.
That's the way you go. Okay, fair enough.
Much like the purple of our channel. Yeah.
Okay.
You just go hard with the purps.
Okay.
But
Fair.
that's just how we roll.
Because that's not as in your face, which that's good.
What were you thinking? Like,
No, orange is just can be in your face.
yeah,
Especially if you've got a lot of it.
it can be in your face, especially if it's nice and you put your face on it and you're lying there like.
It's a different kind of in your face, but okay.
And then everyone's sitting there like, why is Darcy curled up on the table? It's like, oh, you should. It's
No,
soft
no,
as
seriously, do it. You'll know.
fuck. That table is soft as fuck.
I mean, we could probably do it. Like, it's probably not going to be an immaculate job because, let's face it, not that good. Unless we get enough to practice a few times.
No, it's actually easier than you think.
Yeah, no, it's not difficult.
What you do is you cut the table base, right? Then you put down the material.
True.
Then you go and you don't glue it all the way down. You just you leave a little bit.
You
so
leave
got
the edges there.
And then you put the boards that you need for the edges there. And then you just kind of bolt them on.
And then finish the gluing
trim.
around the edge, yeah.
And then just trim it back.
Yeah.
And then you give it a little bit extra so you can just kind of...
True.
The other thing, which is way too much overthinking for me, is you cut a little piece out of your board at the bottom. And then you just pop it under.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Pop it under.
It's a
And
lot of
then
extra work, though.
You get a little bit of doweling, a little bit of that little corner
Yeah.
doweling. You just...
Oh, and you push it in. Yeah.
No, you just put it over the top.
Well, you can push it in.
So
too.
that on the edge of your board, you have your flat board like this, and a little bump, a little hole in the top down.
Yeah, true. That'd work.
Little baby skirting board.
Yeah.
And then since they're going, why is there a little baby skirting board? You say, because that's it. Covers up all the mistakes. Much like real skirting board. That's why when you go into certain houses and you go, why is that wall entirely made of skirting board? Many mistakes.
There's too many.
You should have seen the shit job they did painting.
Why'd you buy this house again? You knew there were mistakes there.
Well, I don't want that wall at all. No, but yeah. No, so I've designed up our table.
Yeah.
So,
If we ever make it, that's a different thing.
dude, as I said, like, if the squad went, let's do this, I'd be like,
Let's do
rightio.
it.
I've got the plans, I've got the designs, I've got everything ready. We just need the materials. Then we'd go shopping, we'd get the materials. I'd be like, bam, 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 bam.
We'd have to force this to happen.
I forced many things to happen.
No, is it just getting the materials?
Then I would be like,
I know some of us aren't good at getting materials.
Huh? I don't know who you're talking about. Me.
No, not you. There's a certain landlord we know.
Oh, Jordan. Be like, bah, 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 and then I'd be like, and then I just get to woodworking.
It's true.
Which I resent the fact that he keeps going like, but Jordan. It's like, Jordan is an electrician.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about electricians and their ability to do anything that isn't wire related. Shit, ask him about his painting.
He didn't do it.
Yes, it did.
Which one?
He painted something. He had to paint something for work, and it looked like shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think he's ever showed me that.
He gave so much shit. So he's like, I'm an electrician, not a painter. And we're like, exactly. Stick to cables.
I don't think he's ever showed me that one.
What we'll do is we'll get him to put in the lighting.
Oh, yes. That's right. We do need lighting in this table.
Damn right we do. It's gonna need so much lighting because it's gonna it's gonna need under leg lighting so that your legs are well lit.
Oh, I know. It's like, oh, look. There's a hair that I didn't know about before.
I'm glad we spend so much light on the ball lighting, but
guys, stop looking. You don't need to be looking for this.
Why did we spend half the budget on on really powerful under-team lights? No, but this beauty, she lights up the fucking room.
Then we're gonna have two that just keep moving backwards and forwards, like you'd expect to see in Hollywood or something.
Be like one of those things, you know, like how it's like when it's a really cold day and like you're rugged up nice and warm. It's like when you sit on this table, you need to like strip down to like fucking footy shorts. And it's like, why are you stripping down to footy shorts? Oh, it's so hot on there because of all the light. Also, we always leave this place with a tan.
Yes.
There's just so much heat under this table. Why did you do that? Oh man, you just don't understand. I don't understand.
You know what we need to add to this table for when we beat the final boss of certain campaigns?
What? Confetti cannons.
Confetti cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
at least it's gonna be Caleb's place, and we can just leave. He's gonna turn up.
I think it'd be just better to just bring in a bag of confetti,
just dump it,
and it's like hanging above his head. And he'd be like, "Why are you doing this? Don't you worry about it.
Don't you worry about it. You'll find out
It's
later."
just for later. It's just a bag full of paper, exactly, and glitter. Because glitter's a pain in the ass.
And what happens if we don't beat the final boss?
Then he can set it off.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So is there just like one above everyone's head?
No, just all above Caleb. That's the confetti budget for today.
Okay. We got this. It's a plan.
That's a 10-liter bin bag and it's just full of glitter.
Have fun. Have fun with this for the next 5 weeks.
That's why we could only afford one. That's like $300 worth of glitter.
And then as we leave, we apologise to his housemate.
No, it's Caleb's area.
No, but that's a lot of glitter. It's going to get everywhere. So we've got to apologise to him.
Sons of a bitch!
It's like, we are sorry. Caleb is going to be dragging some glitter around for a few weeks. Be aware of that.
Caleb is going to need a vacuum cleaner. A lot of them.
He's going to go to work and it's always going to look like he's been at the strip club.
What do you mean it's going to look like he's been at the strip club? He's been at the strip club.
Well, no, but it's going to look like he's been there just before going in. Because he's still going to have glitter.
Oh, it's actually something we should invest in. We should just get the body glitter and just put it on his face every time we see him.
Yes.
So no matter what he's doing, he looks like he's just come from the strip club. I just gotta go. Oh, God, it's good to see you. I'm off to see my dad. Oh, good work. Just before you go. Why'd you put glitter on my face? Strip club boy.
I'm liking this idea.
I love it.
It's a great idea. We should
get him. So much trouble. Hey boys, I just came down to say hello. I got to go back to work. You know how to glitter.
Shouldn't have come and seen us.
You took 5 minutes off work. They think you went to the strippers. I don't even know if they're open in the middle of the day, but they're going to be confused.
Yes, they will.
Oh man, it's just one of those things, though.
We could get him in so much trouble, and it's great.
I would.
He doesn't understand how much trouble we can get him in.
No, he does. He's constantly in trouble.
It's not always our fault, though.
Oh no. Usually it's his fault.
Yes. But now it's going to be our fault.
No, it's man, it's just hilariously funny for me. No, other than that, that's a good project to kind of get buried into for a bit of time. Building a table.
It'd be a nice one.
Get out of. You'd have to get out of the planer and do some planing.
Yeah, of course.
Then a sand. You'd have to give it a good sand. Oof. And a varnish. Yeah. Oh, you could spend a week, 2 weeks possibly, just building a table.
I'm gonna go with 2 weeks with what's planned.
Well, it kind of depends. Like, if we were just go, fuck work, we have a table to build.
Okay, fair enough. I like that idea.
Hey, I can't come into work today. Why not? I got a table to build.
Oh, by the way, I won't be there tomorrow either. Goodbye.
Wait, why won't you be there tomorrow?
Table.
Come on.
Gee.
Fuck, I just told you. I'm building a table. I've gone Italian now. It's me, Table Man. Oh,
But now they plan lunch as well.
I've been doing some searching of the Reed variety.
Of the Reed variety?
Re.
Oh.
Search.
Oh.
Nailed it. It's a good thing you're so intelligent.
No, it threw me off because I thought you said Reed variety. I'm like,
That'd be weird.
yeah, what?
Chris, let me tell you.
And then I was thinking
I got
Reed
really
Richards
into
initially.
Riverbanks. I love them so much, and the mud, the
See,
reeds.
that one was my second thought. My initial one was Reed Richards, and like you're being
No,
into
I was
Fantastic
reading-
Four.
I was reading some stuff about
Yeah.
a game. Maybe
Okay.
you've heard of it. Maybe you haven't heard of it.
I may have.
But maybe you have heard of it. It's called Elden Ring.
No, fuck, never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't think so because you're a bit of a numpty, aren't you?
Sometimes.
And you're ugly. No.
Okay.
I can't remember. Has it come out yet, or is it supposed to come out? When
I think it's out soon.
I think it's the 6th, right? Which would mean it's
Tomorrow?
no,
Maybe
it's the
another
21st. It's the 21st.
21st. We're gonna be
It's good. It's good. So there's obviously been some news that's come out about it, and it's like apparently it's going to be massive. Like just massive. It's going to be
I've heard it's going
because
to be
they're just like everyone's like, oh, like the guy I can't remember his name. It starts with M and it's Japanese, and like I can barely remember people's names, let alone Japanese people's names. Miyazaki, right? That's Miyazaki.
Yeah, it's Miyazaki.
Sweet. Yeah, apparently he's like come out and be like, oh yeah, I wanted to feel adventurous.
Oh yeah.
And
no.
so,
okay,
like-
yeah, massive. I knew it was going to be huge.
And there's gonna be like 8 turtles,
8 turtles.
probably. You know how much he loved turtles.
Turtles.
Oh,
Okay.
technically tortoises, but
Well, yeah.
that's the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm a bit of an Elden Ring expert, and I know that it's mainly about turtles.
Oh, 100%.
There's Pope Turtle,
Oh yeah.
Super Turtle,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Big Turtle,
Oh, is there a little turtle?
Turtle of the West.
Oh, okay. No, turtle of the West. Does he have a tail?
No,
And a weird like crown? Not
No.
really a crown.
he's just the Turtle of the West. Turtle of the
Fine.
East.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's just as far as I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you actually play the game as a turtle in disguise, much like a transformer.
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
So
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of turtles in this game. Is all I'm saying.
Fuck yeah. That's what we need.
That's the expert breakdown.
Mounted trebuchets on the backs.
Why would you put anything on a turtle?
Trebuchet.
No, but okay, no. Reason this out for me. What use is a trebuchet going to be 10 days after the fight?
Yeah, a bit of fun, really. Start it up again.
Hey guys, I got the trebuchet here. Oh, sweet, cool. Yeah, we own the castle now, so please don't shoot. Boom, well, I got it. Fuck. Okay, now we have to pay for that. No, we got to repair that. That's our job now. Hey, do you guys want the castle back?
That's why you just send 10 days early. Hey guys, this tortoise is coming. What's happening? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Is that a trebuchet?
Just the logistics of that, Chris, it just doesn't work out. You know what I'm thinking?
But it would be funny at the very end of the battle. A giant tortoise showing up with the trebuchet on its back.
I'm not sure.
Hmm?
Oh, I also found out about a new Star Wars game today.
Is
cool.
that one?
No, that's old.
I've just noticed that there.
Can you not tell by the graphics?
Okay, I hadn't had a good look at it.
It's a fucking still picture.
What I actually
That's how good the graphics are.
you know what else I should have paid attention to?
The fact it's called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, the fact that you've got achievements for it already.
The Sith Lords.
I'm just gonna go with the achievements.
And that I played 72.2 hours of it.
Yeah, I didn't look that far, but yes.
And that it came out in 2009. Didn't come out in 2009. It came out in like 2007.
Yeah, I don't see it saying that.
It's called Star Wars Hunters.
Yeah.
Apparently it is a arena combat shooter game.
Okay.
And all of that I can just ignore because I really don't care.
Yeah, fair.
But I'm fairly sure they mentioned that one of the characters is 2 Jawas in a trench coat.
Fuck yes.
Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds insane. But
No, it sounds pretty cool.
But I'm looking at a picture here, and on the edge of the picture you can see 2 Jawas in a trench coat. Let me tell you,
That's fucking awesome. I like that.
I've kind of checked out of Star Wars, especially with the whole Acolyte thing. You seen anything on the Acolyte?
Oh, I've only seen the cinematic.
Oh, I'll make it nice and easy for you. This is about what we know about this Acolyte. It's a slap in the face. But whilst I'm not here for almost anything Star Wars anymore, you know what I am here for? 2 Jawas in a trench coat.
Yes.
You know, that's the classic Star Wars that we've all been missing.
It is. It really is.
Just 2 Jawas in a trench coat. I'm going to see if I can find a picture
There's
and
nothing.
put it right here. I'm gonna put a timestamp down. 1 hour and 4.
Yep.
That's too many zeros, but
Close enough.
10 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna put in 2 Jawas in a trench coat.
I honestly,
Hold on.
it's gonna be the most played character.
You.
Yes.
It's just because
Yes.
that's what you want. That's what you want in a game.
That's nothing better.
That's what all the games have been missing. Where's the spark of joy? Where's the thing that brings people back and they go,
Just being killed by someone, and if there's a kill feed, just being like, it was 2 Jawas in a trench coat. Shit.
just could you imagine streaming the game? I bet you there's a lot of Twitch people playing it because it's a brand new Star Wars game that's come out. It's an arena shooter. It kind of feels the Twitch.
Wait, so it's already out?
I think so.
Oh.
Let me just check. There are reviews.
Oh, okay.
People seem overly positive about it, considering it is just an arena shooter.
Okay, we know why.
Oh, arena shooters, people love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can download it right now, and you
Oh,
can play it on. You can play it on such great devices as Google Play Store,
Okay.
Apple Store,
Okay.
and that technological monster that is called the Nintendo Switch.
Oof.
But yeah,
Might have to have a look at it.
it actually might be worth checking out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that I hate, but it is also 2 Jawas in a trench coat, and it's very hard to get over that one point.
Definitely not.
But you can imagine any competitive play of that would look like, or even streaming play would look like, a bunch of Jawas in trench coats. Because why would you?
trench coat being held up with it by an Ewok?
Why would anyone play any other character?
I know.
It's like, oh look, we got a Mandalorian. No.
Fuck off.
Oh, we got a Stormtrooper. Get lost. Oh, we got a Ugnaught in a droid car. Not my problem. We have a Wookiee.
You know what?
Nope. 2 Jawas in a trench coat.
Hear me out. If they're not playing the 2 Jawas in a trench coat, fucking tryhards.
They're just not a fan of the medium.
No, not at all.
But yeah, no, I was like, literally, I read that and I was like, either someone at Star Wars rediscovered their sense of humor, or this person is just vastly wrong. And there's not 2 Jawas in a trench coat, and they've just had some bad shrooms.
No,
But
that would be disappointing.
does appear to be 2 Jawas in a trench coat,
It does.
which means there's been a disturbance in the Force.
Wouldn't that make it harder to hit as well? Because I imagine they're just going to be unstable. They're just, as they're running around, the one on top's just all over the place.
You'd hope so.
I fucking hope so.
You'd also hope that they have 2 lives, because you shoot the one on top and then the one on bottom blast you, and you go, what the?
Yes.
But yeah, no. As I said, that is, in terms of things that could be done. I like it.
I'm
a
sorry.
big fan.
Now I'm thinking of you kill the top one, and then another Jawa just like there's a tiny mini thing that happens where another Jawa just runs in and just jumps in on it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Have you heard any news about The Witcher 4?
No.
Okay, hang on.
Is there more news about it?
There's CD Projekt Red has announced a brand new Witcher project, and it's set to land before The Witcher 4. And I was like, I haven't heard anything on The Witcher 4, but apparently The Witcher 4 is just them being overly...
Okay. I hadn't heard...
You may have heard development has now fully wrapped up the studio for the Cyberpunk 2077, meaning it's full steam ahead for The Witcher 4. I don't necessarily think that's true.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them like throwing away The Witcher, considering it's been very successful for them.
True.
But at the same time, The Witcher story kind of ended.
Yeah. I don't know
but yeah, apparently there is working on a project which is unfortunately the project is still The Witcher returns to Netflix. Who gives a shit about that? Oh wait, hang on. 2 companies will partner to adapt The Witcher. No. Okay, so there's a comic that's going to be called Witcher: The Edge of the World. That's set to launch in December this year. So that could be could be the kind of, that could be the next point.
Could be.
If there's more story to, Geralt. Geralt, come on, everyone calm down. Don't attack me. But as far as the Witcher goes, I was pretty sure it's pretty wrapped up.
I think it is, yeah.
He's found Ciri, everything. They've dealt with all that kind of crap. At least in my playthrough, he found Ciri. I don't know what the canonical actual ending is, but
true.
Yeah. And the whole kind of thing is by the time we get to The Witcher 3, it's the world's pretty messed up, man. There's not that many witches left.
Which explains why it's messed up, yeah.
Even less at the end of that play. Because, there's 5 left in the start of that game.
Damn.
There might be others, but it doesn't seem like it.
Probably not.
But yeah, no, I'd be there for another Witcher game, but I don't know
how it's going to go.
Oh, look, there's one thing that I fully believe is that CD Projekt Red can pull off a Witcher game because they've done it.
True.
The one thing I'd be worried about is being the story just has to be good. Now, being they're not American, hopefully we'd see story coming first, not all of this other crap that they decide needs to come first.
True.
But
we'll have to wait and see what it is.
Yeah, honestly, it'll be interesting.
As I said, I haven't heard anything at this stage, but
yeah. Actually, I was thinking about it just then when we were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
I might download it on my Switch, get a little bit of go.
That's what I was thinking.
See if it's worth recording any of it on.
Yeah.
Might be good, might be bad, might be 2 hours in trench coat.
Well, we know it is.
But you know what else? I thought when I was doing that, I was like, you know what else I should do? I should start a Sims playthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll mainly be building houses.
I'm aware.
I'm good with that. You good with that? I think we should all be good with that.
Yeah.
I think as a team, as a unit, as a collective cohort, we can decide that I can do whatever I want, and that's fine. In fact,
I thought that was just known.
That should be encouraged. Because the one thing you really don't want is me not distracted and slightly annoyed, because that's how bad things happen. That's that's practically giving a baby a nuclear bomb.
It would be the exact same thing, especially if they gave you a nuclear bomb.
No, because the baby would press the button by mistake.
You'd press it purposely.
I press the button because I can.
Can you? Yeah.
How many times did you press that? 20 times?
Yeah,
we literally just gave it to you. I know. Lucky we didn't give you the real one. Can I have it? No.
Not after that display.
You're going to press it.
I've got my button pressing out of my system.
What if I don't? You just never know unless you try. Okay, here's the real... You press that 30 times. I'm aware.
I know what I did.
No, that wasn't even a thing. You see how that thought process didn't happen? That wasn't even a thing. Okay, that's not the real one either, and you're definitely not getting it.
Oh.
What if I'm really good?
You've displayed twice that we can't. You pressed it more times the second time.
It's because I can't be trusted.
See, this is why we're not giving it to you.
Oh.
This is why we are not giving you this very button. You might... Shit.
No, but like, yeah, seriously, like, yeah, I'm like, I should start a Sims playthrough. There's a few things I'm like, I should do this, I should do that, I should, but then it's like, it's always time.
Well,
because I go I was gonna film with Subnautica today, but then I didn't. You know why I didn't?
Why?
Because I did something else.
Oh shit!
What'd you do? I did a little bit of editing. I know.
The usual.
And then, yeah, no, that's all I have to say on that subject.
Yeah, no, fair.
But you know, like, so that's kind of like where I am. I'm like, oh, I should do this. Oh, I should do that. And it's like, it's kind of like trying to find these ones where it's like I can do this solo and just kind of like chill out and have a chill out time.
True.
Be really chill about the whole thing.
That's true. Until someone like bursts in.
Yeah.
Shoot a Kool-Aid Man suit and just burst in.
Oh, I have a gun just in case he ever does do that. I will end his life.
I was gonna talk about putting up like a fake wall. Me wearing the suit and just running through the fake wall.
Bang! Got the motherfucker. I knew this day would come. No. What's the I can't remember what it's from, but it's the Kool-Aid Man, and someone says something about the Kool-Aid Man, and then he doesn't bust through a wall. Then you like see him like pushing a wall into place, and then they're like, and they say his name again, and he goes boom straight through the wall. I can't. It might be Family Guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I know there's definitely a part in Family
Wasn't
Guy
it to do with like a court case as well?
Could be the court.
Yeah,
I thought he just busted into the courtroom.
I think he did it early, and then he was just trying to fix it up. So when someone said it, he didn't.
No, I thought he busted through into the but like they say it somewhere there's not a wall, so he has to bring his own. Anyway, I also know that the shooting the Kool-Aid Man is also definitely from Family Guy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because Stewie 100% does it and then like licks up the Kool-Aid. But I'm also kind
just to show his dominance.
I'm also kind of sure that that's like a skit where he busts into the Kool-Aid Man's house. Like something happens and he kicks in his wall and then shoots him in front of his family and then licks it up. But I could be wrong.
Showing his dominance.
I have not seen Family Guy in a very long time. I only occasionally see like clips of it on social media.
The main thing I see,
which I find incredibly just insane. That social media is like, yeah, no, we're cool with this.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to make an entire thing where all you do is post fucking clips from people's cartoons? Yeah, go for it. Social media is a wild place. It's wild out there.
It's like that channel of
I bought a jacket today.
Luffy just destroying part of the ship and going, ah.
Going Mary.
Yeah. But all it is him crouching. Ah. That's it. That's the whole thing. But, wait for it.
I refuse.
He posts it every single day.
Not waiting for it.
Every day he posts. They post that clip. Nothing else.
That's because it's the only clip he's edited.
It is 100% the other. But it's...
And it was really hard and he doesn't want to do it again. Okay? He doesn't want to do it again. He did it once.
No.
Okay? And that's enough. That's enough. Oh! I found out something like that apparently happened like 2 years ago.
What?
And I just had no idea it happened.
Okay.
Apparently OnlyFans stopped having pornographic material on their site. And I was like, when? Apparently that was a thing 2 years ago. But I was just like watching this like a YouTube channel and it like popped up and said like OnlyFans banning lewd content. And I was like, what the fuck? Clicked on it. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, when is this happening? And I look and I went, 2 years ago? Bullshit.
It's not what I hear about OnlyFans.
No. It's not what I get from Tinder either, where there's like so many people being like, I just want someone to fuck me on OnlyFans. And it's like,
what?
You're a sad, strange little individual.
Yeah.
And I pity you.
Sure, yeah.
But it was really fun. It was a really funny video.
I honestly never thought I'd hear that.
It was a really funny video to watch because there was so many people complaining about it.
Of course.
Mostly OnlyFans girls. But it was just so funny because they're like, I can't do anything else. And it's like, And the person making the comment was like, I put more effort into painting my miniatures than these girls put into their sex tapes. I was like, oh, yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah, it's 100%
That's
true.
probably true. Because I can guarantee you none of them have 50 GoPros.
No.
And that's the kind of effort that we put into hunting ghosts, and they're not even real.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Oh, were we wrong about this? And they are, because we haven't done that yet.
No, I'm fairly sure I'm right, and the evidence that I have that I am right is actually pretty fucking good.
Okay, yep.
It's basically, if there were ghosts, we'd be inundated by ghosts.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Because everything, everyone, every animal, every living thing that died would be a ghost, and you'd literally be like, oh, shit, I accidentally stepped on a dead ant. Ghost. Jesus Christ, can ghosts die? And then you'd have pissed off ants. Because you tell me that ants that we now know can identify themselves. You show an ant itself in the mirror, it knows it's looking at itself.
Okay.
You tell me that they don't have unfinished business when they're like, I gotta get back to the colony, and then you just go like, and kill like 50 of them in a single step without ever realizing.
Yeah,
You tell me that they don't have unfinished business?
That's a fair point.
Plus, there's this whole like thing where people are like, no, only humans have ghosts. And it's like, well, that's a very human-centric way of looking at the world, and that tells me you don't understand the basic physiology of the world, which is that humans are animals just like every other animal.
It's true.
We just be two-legged, two-armed, not so hairy animals.
Except for some of them.
That think we're better than everyone else.
That's true, yeah. But easily proven wrong on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, have I had the conversation with you where I'm like, it doesn't make sense to, from a logical standpoint, the way we treat human criminals versus like an animal that accidentally kills a human?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
It's just, it's a completely fucked up kind of situation, but it's like, basically the premise is, if an animal kills a human, even if it's by accident, like, or even if it's like the human was completely aware of the danger, like, I don't know, someone surfing in shark-infested waters and then a shark takes them, it's like, find that shark, kill that shark.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a little bit messed up because to the shark, it was just another thing to eat in its
habitat.
Where it is the thing that eats all other things.
Yes.
But like, you know, a human goes to someone's house, was looking at them, watching them, planning it out, buys a gun, goes back to their house, watches them, shoots them with that gun, premeditated as shit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's like, because you're a human and you know better, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
For a couple of years. And then you can apply for parole.
And then you'll probably do it again.
It's a very fucked up kind of thing where it's like, the whole thing is like, because we know better and because we understand the concepts of right and wrong, we should be held to a much higher standard. Much higher standard.
No.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that is why I have problems when certain members of my friend group say, no, I'm just as smart as you. I'm like, have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? You ever thought about how fucked it up? Fuck!
So we've had that conversation.
Jesus. Man, you don't even understand half the things I contemplate on a daily basis. What's on your plate? Fuck you.
No, but Darcy, he's the best at maths in the group.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to have to sit him down with that.
As he turned around to me like an hour later while I was dropping him home, saying, yeah, no, I started putting this much aside out of every pay that I get, so I've probably got like 10 grand sitting there. And I'm like, that doesn't add up.
Amazing.
And then he went and checked, and he's like, oh yeah, you're right. I've only got like 4 grand. I'm like, what?
It's crazy how maths work, isn't it?
I know, right? Yeah, no, I just immediately like, no, you would.
Anyway, no, but yeah. Some things to think about, Kris.
Yeah.
Some things to think about. Some Jawas in a trench coat to check out.
Oh, yeah. That sounded weird.
Yeah.
Sticking with it.
Way too excited about that.
So are you.
Hey, I'm just saying it's, we've been sitting here going, where is the next game that's going to shake up the industry?
This is it.
Jawas in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Every game needs an element to stand apart. To say, here I am, world. Look at me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the modern world, there's not too many of that.
No.
If it's a first-person shooter, you can guarantee it's probably going to be like all the other first-person shooters. If it's a third-person shooter, you can guarantee it's going to have some stupid dances in it.
Even if it's a first-person shooter these days, it's going to have stupid dances in it. Yeah. But at least with
If it's an
TF2,
open
you can
world
start a
adventure
conga
game,
line.
there is. Shut up.
You can start a conga line and get the whole server just doing a conga line.
Anyway,
We wasted time on that.
point is,
Yes.
where all of the lines come to a connection.
Yeah.
At this point, it's the end of a vertice. No, not vertice. Something that starts with V. Vector.
It does start with a V.
No. I got lost there. I got lost in my own brain.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It's a scary place to be lost. It's so dark and swirling in there.
Oh no.
No, yeah, I guess that's kind of it for today. Like,
I
there's
think
not too
so.
much to add to that. We had a brief discussion about work practices. We had a brief discussion about brief discussions.
Yeah.
How brief? Very brief.
More, yes.
And mainly, I think the most important and biggest takeaway from all of this is
Showers in a trench coat.
yeah,
Yeah. It's 100% it.
don't sleep where you work.
Mhm.
Only fangirls.
That's more of a hygiene thing there.
It's definitely a hygiene thing. Star Wars may have their sense of humor back.
Hopefully.
Shadow of the Erdtree is apparently going to be fucking huge.
Which is good.
And there might be a new Witcher project underway. Oh, and
We'll look into that one.
I might be starting
A Sims.
a
playthrough.
Sims house building playthrough.
Yeah.
Where I build houses, put Sims in it, and then leave and never come back.
Yeah.
I find the game incredibly therapeutic yet boring.
Yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense.
No, so I like building houses, putting people in those houses, saying,
Job done.
have a good diet, and then I walk away. Just like Jesus.
Yeah.
I may not have read the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jesus was that guy, from that house show where they build the houses and give people houses.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the one.
That's what the Bible was.
I'm pretty sure.
Look, I may have missed the meaning, but I think I'm there. But no, guys, I think that wraps us up for the day.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next time you see us, we'll be at 90 subscribers, or maybe even higher. Who knows? I don't. But until then, guys, if you've liked the video, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing if you already have not. If you have,
Think about it. Find a way to do it again.
don't listen to him. You're cool. Be cool.
Okay.
But until next time, guys, I've been Darcy. That is Kris, and we hope you have enjoyed yourself. And we will catch you next time. Goodbye.
So yeah.
I don't want to lean over and press the button
Oh, I see.
because I just got comfortable like this.
Fucking hell.
Jizz.
You should say that at the end of every session. Jeez.
You gotta have the jizz in there first.
Yeah.